Welcome to a quick tutorial on Vim. This is going to be a quick video. Nothing fancy, but this will get you going. Essentially, there are about 6 alphabets that will help you navigate Vim: D, C, Y, P, G, and J. And of course, you can do things with other alphabets like enter the insert mode with an I, do an escape to exit. Enter an insert mode on a new line that's below the cursor, that's O. Again, escape to get out of it. If you want to append something, or even before that, let's say you want to go to the end of the line, you want to take the cursor to the end of the line, just do shift dollar, meaning shift 4, and you will get to the end of the line. To come back to the beginning, do a 0. 0 gets you here. Now, with the O, there are really two things that you can do. If you just hit the lowercase o, the cursor goes into an insert mode, but on a new line below the cursor. But if you have to get a new line above your current cursor position, then you can do capital O or shift O. And yeah, there you have it. You see this line. This got added. Okay, let's undo that. Of course, undo is U. Everybody uses, you have to use a lot of undos. So, but more important than this is the 6 alphabets that we talked about. Let's start with the first one, that is D. Now, why is D important? D stands for delete. So you can delete anything that you want. Okay, let me tell you one more trick here. You want to get the line number on Vim, just do a colon and type in the text, set number, hit enter, and you get the line number. So now let's say, now coming back to D, let's say you have to delete the 4th line where my cursor is right now. To delete the entire line, do a double D. That essentially means delete the whole thing. Of course, I'm going to undo all of my actions as I do them. If you have to delete a particular word, let me type in something here, okay? So if you have to delete this text, you simply do a DW. W meaning word. So essentially it's, you can break up the acronym into delete the word, so DW. Similar to that, if you have to take out a letter, you do a DL. So you see the W in word just vanished. Again, undo to restore what have you. Now let's say I want to delete the 4 lines starting from 3 to 6. So what I do is 4D, and there you go, it's gone. So you append any integer. It can be the 1, it can be 100, whatever. The number of lines you want to delete, and this will delete the continuous lines. Let's undo this action, so we get our 4 lines back. Now, the reason why I say you have only 6 alphabets to become a Vim master is whatever you saw with D, you can do with any of the other alphabets, like C for change, Y for yank, P is of course for paste, G helps you go to the end of the file or the start of the file, like first line or the last line, and J stands for jump. So yeah, let's say I'm at line 1, I got to go to the last line. Now I'm doing the alphabet G. So if I have to go to the last line, I'll do a capital G, and here I am on line number 18. If I have to go back to the first line, I'll just hit the lowercase g a couple of times. So now I'm at line 1 again. Now the interesting bit is whatever we saw with D, you can do the same stuff with C and Y. So let's say I have to change the letter A to X. What I do is CL, and you see the A vanished. That's because CL stands for change the letter. Now I can put in X, and there you have it. So you can change an entire word. So let's say I want to change this word, do a CW, and the word is gone. Now here you can write whatever. Now whenever you do these actions, Vim naturally goes to an insert mode, so you can put in the text you want. So yeah, that is C L and C W for you. Let's see what happens when you have to uh, sort of replace an entire line or change the entire line. So you escape, you basically get out of the insert mode, and you do a double C on any of the lines. So let's say I want to change the first line, right? Let's say I've put in the wrong comment here in line 1. So let's do a double C, and you see the entire line 1 is gone, and now I can type whatever I want. Again, to save this, do a colon W. There are other ways as well, but I prefer colon W. So yeah, CC helps you change the entire line. So essentially, when you repeat the alphabet, it affects the entire line. When you do alphabet L, it affects the particular letter. When you do alphabet W, it affects the word. Pretty standard, pretty basic. So let's undo this. Okay. Now, so we are done with D, we are done with C. Now let's see what yank gives us, or Y. Y stands for yank. So let's say I have to yank the entire line, meaning copy the entire line. I do a double Y. As I said earlier, you hit the alphabet twice when you want the change or the operation to be executed on the entire line. So double Y, and of course use P to paste. So there you have it. You can paste it how many number of times. That's up to you. One little trick is when you have to delete so many lines, you can go to visual mode, that is capital V or shift lowercase v. Just hit the down arrow and you can select all of this, hit a D to delete it all in one go. So yeah, that the visual mode is very useful when you have to not only delete, even yank stuff. So let's say I want to copy the 4 lines. I'll go to do a shift V to move to a visual mode, select whatever lines I want, hit Y and hit a P. So again, P stands for paste. Let's undo this. So yeah, that's about yanking. Now again, the standard rules apply. So if you have to pick out one or yank only one word, you do YW, you do P. It essentially pastes the output. The only difference here being it does not go to the new line. So you have to do an insert and then escape and P to get it to a new line. I don't know if there's a better way. This is the way I do it. So let's back up by doing a lot of undo operations. Yeah, and we are back to our tree. Now, so yeah, I think we did a YW. Now let's do a YL for the letter. So YL and a P gets you the same letter repeating. Now U stands for undo. So yeah, you know how to back up from whatever operations you have done. So that was D, C, and Y. We talked about P for paste, G for go to whatever the end of the file or start of the file. J is to jump. So let's say I have to jump 10 lines from here. I do a 10J, and here I am at line number 11 because I started from line number 1. So let's say now let's talk a little about substitution as well. This is a common thing that you do. Again, S stands for substitution, so the command goes something like this. So you do escape %S, select a pattern. Let's say I want to move the word uncommon to, let's say, frog. I know it doesn't mean anything, but just doing it to show how it's done. And then you do a G. G is for global. So wherever in the entire file it will find the text uncomment, I'm like what I've highlighted here, it's going to replace that with frog. And there you go. So that's S for substitution. Again, back up by doing U. Now let's say I have to remove only this comment, right? How do you do that? How do you remove all these comments from line number 8, 9, 10, and 11? Well, one way is the brute force way where you have to go to each line and do stuff, but we won't do that. So the way to do that is to put in the line number. So let's say 8 comma 11, then S for substitute. Find a pattern. So the caret symbol essentially means the start of the line. So caret, and I have a pound for the comment, of course, right? And since we have to remove it, let's not give anything as the substitution pattern. So substitution is blank. And since I'm specifying the line numbers, I don't really have to specify the global option because I'm doing a specific operation. Now hit enter, and you see the text on the bottom that says 4 substitutions on 4 lines. So that's how you change stuff in a number of lines. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how long the video has become, but yeah, I think you only need to remember D, C, Y, P, G, and J. Those 6 alphabets are going to get you places. So thank you all.